What up, everybody? It's the Rottweiler Patriots. I'm Vegas,
And I'm T-Bone.
and we're coming at you with another video today where we're going to be doing our Week 10 power rankings. This is who we think are the top 10 teams headed into Week 10. Starting off at number 10, making their way onto this list, it's going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars were on the bye this week, but they are 6-2 and on a 5-game winning streak. They haven't played great football, but there are a lot of other football teams that have also played some pretty bad football. And the Jags have at least won the games that they're supposed to win. And that's what good teams do. So, we got them at number 10. T-Bone, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm a little bit higher on the Jags than Vegas here is, but that is true. Yeah, they have played some pretty lackluster competition. That being said, 6-2 is 6-2, and it's, I believe, a 4-game win streak. So I can't debate the numbers, and let's hope that T-Law can play a little bit better, and ETN can continue to carry his load.
Yeah? I don't got much else to add there. Alrighty, coming in at number 9, we've got ourselves the Detroit Lions. The Lions also coming off of the bye, but they have looked like one of the better teams in the NFL this year. A bit inconsistent at times, but overall they've played some solid football and are running away with the NFC North. They have looked very good this year. T-Bone, your thoughts?
Yeah, no, they are really the NFC North favorites. Vikings are trying to make a comeback, but Lions have played a little inconsistently, but they have done really well with some of the competition they've been given, with some given a couple hiccups in between. And Jahmyr Gibbs is looking nice in the absence of David Montgomery. So that's what I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't got much else to add. Lions doing good. Everyone knows they're good, and honestly, they're a fun team to watch. So I'm really excited to see what they're able to do going forward. Alrighty, coming in at number 8, we've got ourselves the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins coming off of a loss to the Kansas City Chiefs, and right now, kind of feels like they're on fraud alert. They haven't beaten any good teams. All 6 of their wins have come against teams below 500 now. Good teams win the games they're supposed to. It's like we discussed with the Jaguars. That's the reason they're up here. But every team above 500, they have lost to. So, obviously some big questions there about, are the Dolphins really for real? And they're going to have to do more if they want to prove that they are. T-Bone, your thoughts?
I completely agree. They are going to have to do a little bit more than just win against teams under 500. That being said, you can't just score 70 points in one game and be written off after you lose to a couple of teams like the Chiefs. So, that being said, I think that's why we've got them at the 8. They're kind of in a precarious position, but still really, really collected football team. Got a lot of good offense, got Bradley Chubb, got nice coaching, so just that's why we got them here.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely have some things that they need to prove, but otherwise, not much else to say on them. Alrighty, coming in at number 7, we've got ourselves the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks coming off of a brutal loss to the Baltimore Ravens, where they just did not look good. They're a team that has shown that they can win games and beat good teams. But they've also been pretty inconsistent at times, and when facing some of the best teams in the league, have fallen flat. So, obviously some big questions there. Questions around, is Geno really the guy? Was last year a fluke? There's all sorts of stuff being asked about them, and they're going to have to step up and answer those questions if they want to prove that they're a legit football team. T-Bone, your thoughts?
Yeah, thanks, Vegas. Geno has taken a couple steps back, but honestly, a really good football team, all told. I mean, really in their bag with drafting. They have proven they can be competitive, but at this point, it's you just gotta. That couple more games like this happen, you really are gonna start to question if they're legit or not, if they're gonna be contenders or not.
Yeah. I mean, they're a good team. Pete Carroll has coached this team very well, but they still got to step up in some ways. Otherwise, not much else there. Alrighty, coming in at number 6, we've got ourselves the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys coming off of a tough loss to the Philadelphia Eagles, where it felt like a game they could have won, but they fell short yet again. It feels like that happens a lot with them. They're an insanely talented football team, and they've shown, like, against Philadelphia, they can play with good teams, but they also will get beaten by good teams big time. See San Francisco. So Cowboys are a team that's all over the map, but they have a loaded roster, and that's the reason that they play so well, despite all of the issues they have largely with coaching. So we got them at number 6 for that. T-Bone, your thoughts?
Yeah, it was a tough loss, but it's against one of the best teams in the league. And really, what more do you want to do for that? They were collected. They did what they needed to do. It just wasn't able to work out as well. So really not much to say there. You tried your best against the best team and really came close. Congrats.
Yeah, but with that loss, it definitely feels like the division race is a bit too much of a gap for them right now, because they have lost some games that they should not have lost.
It is pulling away a little bit. That being said, I don't think that the Cowboys will not be in contention for at least a wild card spot.
Oh, absolutely. Cowboys are making the playoffs. It's just the Eagles are a class above them, even if the Cowboys are able to hang around them. So Cowboys every year always have a lot of questions, because they're always supposed to be so good, and then they always underperform and get bailed out by their loaded talent. So there's a lot of questions about this team this year for sure. Alrighty, coming in at number 5, we've got ourselves the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers, also on the bye. Third team on this list so far on the bye. They're a pretty good football team. They're a well-built football team. Obviously, 3 straight losses is not great, but they were also dealing with some injuries. And, on the bye, they're going to refresh, they're going to reevaluate, and they're going to get some guys back. They're still a pretty darn good football team, and part of the reason they moved up is all the teams above them who played lost. So I think the 49ers are going to be just fine. They had a rough patch, but I think they'll be okay. I think they're going to be a tough-to-beat team going forward. So, T-Bone, you got any thoughts?
Not much. I mean, I agree, and hopefully, with the bye and some of their injuries starting to be a little soothed, that they can start to take a step forward, and Brock Purdy can become that guy. And it looks like, sometimes he can be. Sometimes it's not just a check down for 80 yards. Sometimes it is actually him throwing for good ball. It's just, here's hoping that's what the case is. But that being said, they still have that great defense and keeps them in those games.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of their struggles, they're still a very good team, and I expect them to do very well. So, alrighty, up next we've got ourselves the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs coming off a win over the Miami Dolphins, in which Their defense had maybe their best game of the year. Their offense was not good. It was not good. Only 14 points, 0 in the second half. Patrick Mahomes looks like he's not having his best year. He has not been that good this year. He doesn't look like the best quarterback in the league. Honestly, no one looks like the best quarterback in the league this year, but Mahomes has not been great. So, T-Bone, your thoughts?
Yeah, it just was all in all just a really game. But you know, they're just a very nice, complete team. All in all put together, even with their lack of receiving talent, which is why that they are up here. They are still, even when they're not great, they're still there. They're still right. They're still at the top of the league, which is really just a comment to the testament to just how powerful a team they are.
Yeah, I mean, again, Reed, Mahomes, Kelsey, Jones, even with Mahomes not playing his best, Mahomes, not his best, still a solid quarterback, even if there are definitely some turnover concerns with him, which is not something you're used to, but they're still a good team who can beat anybody. It's just a matter of, are they going to be able to get to the same level they have been the last few years, because it feels like they're starting to fall off a little bit. But still a darn good team. Alrighty, coming in at number 3, we've got ourselves the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens coming off of a smackdown of the Seattle Seahawks. And they looked good. This was an impressive performance by Baltimore. Offense looked great. Lamar Jackson is balling. He honestly might be the MVP at this point. Defense doing great. Injuries, we don't care. We're going to win football games. We're going to play great football against great teams. And it's exciting to see them do so well. T-Bone, your thoughts?
Thank you very much. I think that this was a really this is a game I did not think that the Ravens would win. I thought the Seahawks would prove them otherwise, and I was wrong. I think out of all of the quarterbacks, I think Lamar is the best one right now. The best for MVP. I think he is the best candidate as a quarterback. So I am all about this. So yeah, I mean, and freaking shout out Keaton Mitchell from ECU, undrafted free agent, 138 yards, 1 touchdown. Love it. Love to see it. Love to see the love because we haven't had a good guy come out of ECU in about 10 or so years, 10, 20, somewhere in there. So yeah, they are a great team.
Yeah, I mean, Baltimore have been fun to watch this year. It's exciting to see them do well. It's nice to finally see such a good team play really well in spite of all of their injury issues. Because injuries have killed them every year, but this year they have fought through it very well. I got to give them a lot of credit for what they're doing, and it's great to see a team that's so well built get wins that they deserve and play like they deserve. So I'm happy for them. Alrighty, coming in at number 2, we've got ourselves the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals coming off of a win over the Buffalo Bills in what was actually a very beautiful looking uniform matchup. Both teams nailed their combinations. And their colors work so well against each other. Sorry, I'm a sucker for gorgeous uniforms, and that game was just mwah. The Bengals had a rough start to the year, but right now they are looking scary good. They're looking like they could beat anyone in the NFL. Are the Ravens higher than them in the division? Yes, but right now I think the Bengals are playing better football than Baltimore. And if the two teams met right now, Cincinnati would probably win. So they have found their game. They found they're hitting things in stride. It's just really good from them. T-Bone, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I know bottom of the division, but really they've gotten their act together, and I think right now they're playing the best in the division. It just so happens that the Bengals need to play like a lawnmower that gets started about a month late. But trust me, they're making noise and they're being good.
Absolutely, really excited to see what they're able to do going forward. They are a fun football team to watch. And coming in at number 1, we've got ourselves the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles coming off of a win over the Dallas Cowboys. A big division win for them. Basically feels like putting the divisional race to bed. Obviously widening the gap between the only team that's got a shot at them right now. And they have just looked like a force to be reckoned with. It looks ugly, but they win football games. And they've won more football games than anyone else in this league. And they've done it against some very, very good teams. Really excited to see the Eagles play. It's amazing to see what they're able to do. It feels like they're the only team in the league, besides maybe right now Cincinnati, not beginning of the year, and Baltimore, where it feels like you can rely on them to go in and give you a good quality performance and get a win that they should get week in and week out. So, great to see the Eagles doing well. Exciting team to watch. It's ugly, but ugly can be fun. Just ask the Sickos committee. T-Bone, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I am loving every ounce of the Eagles. They are just so fun to watch. I love the tush push, complete team, offense, defense. I mean, AJ Brown, record breaker, could even top Tyreek Hill. I love how as soon as Tyreek Hill was talking, his talk about being first wide receiver to break all these records, AJ Brown comes sniffing behind him just a little bit. I'm loving anytime the O line has released a Christmas album. They've made it to the Super Bowl, and they're releasing one this year. The only other one they released was last year. That doesn't matter. Shut up. I love this team. They are such a fun team to watch. I mean, I'm a Panthers fan through and through, but they're fun to watch, But that's what I gotta say about that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it doesn't feel like there are a lot of great teams. But the Eagles are one of the few teams who've definitely been consistent. They've been the best and most consistent team in the league, hands down, throughout the NFL this year. And right now, they are definitely looking like favorites to win the Super Bowl. The only 3 teams that I could realistically see beating them right now are Baltimore, Cincinnati, and San Francisco. I don't even know if Kansas City could beat them. I think
they wouldn't.
I think part of that's a matchup thing because it took some ref ball and one of the best offensive game plans I've ever seen in my life just to barely squeak by a win against the Eagles in the Super Bowl last year. So I think Cincinnati, Baltimore, San Francisco would match up better against Philadelphia. Nothing against Kansas City.
We'll say it.
But
we'll say it. Ref ball happened. Ref ball happened.
Oh no. Ref ball definitely happened. We do not shy away from our opinions about the refs. If you watch last week's Patriots recap video, you'll see that. And actually, I will be posting the ref rant just as its own video soon. That is so. If y'all don't want
to,
if y'all don't want to go into that Patriots video, that rant is going to be cut out of that video and made into its own specific video giving our thoughts around, and it covers officials in the NFL, but also covers officials in sports in general. So just letting you know that that will be coming up within the next week. So, but yeah, Eagles, best team in the league, and they've certainly played like it. Alrighty, that is going to round out our top 10. So, coming in at number 10, we've got the Jaguars. Number 9, the Lions. Number 8, the Dolphins. Number 7, the Seahawks. Number 6, the Cowboys. Number 5, the 49ers. Number 4, the Chiefs. Number 3, the Ravens. Number 2, the Bengals. And number 1, the Philadelphia Eagles. Please be sure to leave your thoughts down in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Feel free to drop your own top 10s. And that is going to do it for us today. Thank you all so very much for watching. Please be sure to hit the like button. Please be sure to subscribe. And we will see you all in the next video.